We must have the highest standards of integrity in the highest office in the land. Let me make you a promise. When Donald Trump becomes president of the United States of America, the days of the rigged system for the favored few will come to an end. He will uphold the highest standards of integrity in the highest office in the land, and his only special interest will be you, the American people, and he'll fight for you every single day. You know, as I get ready to close here, let me just speak a word of not so much about the choice, because it's a clear choice. And when you leave here today, I hope you didn't just come to hear a speech. I hope you didn't just come to sweat off a few pounds.
I came to see you.
I hope you came here to leave with a burden on your heart. Yes. To tell somebody. Yes. I hope you leave here today and lay out for people that this is a choice in this election. And the choice could not be more clear. It's a choice between security and prosperity that is built on traditional sources of American strength. It's a choice between philosophies of government founded on the Constitution or one that essentially legislates from the bench, and it's about those high standards in public life and being held up to those high standards. But I hope when you leave here and you talk to your neighbors and friends, I hope you also tell them that in Donald Trump and his running mate, there are two people. I hope you tell them that there's two people. There's two people that will always believe in our heart of hearts that there will always be more in this country that unites us than can ever divide these United States of America. It's a challenging time. I don't need to tell you here in the greater St. Louis area about the challenging times in which we live, the divided times. It seems like there are so few great purposes that unite us, but there is one, and I want to tell you that when you put on that red hat with that great slogan on it, and he wears his all the time, I want to tell you that when Donald Trump says "Make America Great Again," he means we're going to make America great again for every American, regardless of race or creed or color. We're going to make the American dream come alive. We're going to make the American dream come alive whether you live in the city or you live on the farm. We're going to open it up regardless of where you start in life, regardless of where you want to start in life. Because he and I both basically have grown up with a front row seat to the American dream. I mean, he and I really have a lot in common. I mean, his grandfather immigrated to this country. My grandfather immigrated to this country. His father was a self-made man who built a business. My father married that immigrant's daughter, took her down to a cornfield in southern Indiana, ran a gas station business. I mean, Donald Trump built on what the kid from Queens decided to go to Manhattan Island and build an extraordinary business on what he'd been handed, and I followed a career into public service. I mean, truthfully, other than a whole bunch of zeros, he and I really have a lot in common. Sure, a lot. Because we both live the American dream. We were both raised to believe that anybody can be anybody in this country. That if you work hard, you study hard, you play by the rules, you look after your family, you look after your neighbor, that everybody can live the American dream. Because we lived it. We also, I know it proceeds out of his heart as it does mine, that we've raised to believe that to whom much is given, much will be required. So when you leave here when you leave here and you go back to your neighborhoods and your homes, your place of work and your place of worship, I hope you'll tell people about that choice on security and prosperity and the Supreme Court and the high standards in public life. But I hope you'll also say, I was with Mike the other day, and I also heard that what animates Donald Trump, what animates that ticket, what animates this team, is a belief in the boundless potential of every American. That's what we mean when we say we'll make America great again. That's what we mean.